Influence of pro-Israel lobbies on U.S. policy. Part 3. The overall strategy often mixes offensive, support allies, and defensive, penalize critics, spending. Funded research organizations, think tanks, also produce reports and host briefings. For example, AIPAC's annual policy conference invites dozens of lobbyists and donors to meet lawmakers, and some policy memos, like the 2019 release urging unwavering Israel support, clearly reflect lobby input. Yet not all Jewish or American voices are united. Progressive groups like J Street and Americans for Peace now lobby for diplomacy and criticize settlement policy. They spend far less but received media attention by calling for conditions on military aid. For example, J Street only gave to Democrats in 2022 and urged checks on Gaza bombing. Their presence shows the lobbying scene is plural, though mainstream Congress remains largely aligned with AIPAC and pro-Israel positions. Media and cultural narratives. News media in the US tend to frame the Israeli-Palestinian conflict in ways that often favor Israeli perspectives. Several journalists and academics note that Western outlets frequently emphasize Israel's security concerns, while Palestinian civilian suffering is underplayed. For instance, a Guardian investigation in 2024 found CNN reporters privately complained of editorial bias. Strict guidelines pressured journalists to omit Palestinian viewpoints and quote Israeli official statements uncritically. By contrast, conservative networks like Fox News adopted a vehemently pro-Israel line, denouncing CNN and MSNBC anchors as self-hating Jews for showing any sympathy to Gazans. In one episode, Fox host Mark Levin attacked CNN anchors Wolf Blitzer and Jake Tapper as self-hating after they questioned Israeli actions, sparking CNN to defend its coverage. These clashes illustrate how US cable news is polarized. Right-leaning outlets amplify Israeli government narratives and downplay Palestinian casualties, while some left-leaning anchors highlight humanitarian costs. International media add further dimensions. For example, Al Jazeera and the BBC have been criticized for perceived biases on both sides. Independent media watchdogs, for example, Camera, FARA, Electronic Intifada, publish studies alleging skew in coverage, and social media platforms have enabled activists to challenge mainstream framing in real time.